Today we're talking about factors and multiples, and we just want to figure out what is a factor and what is a multiple. Your learning goal is just that. You don't need any foldables or any cutouts to start your notes, but you may want to grab a couple different colored pencils to work with. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is what is a factor. We've worked with factors a few times, finding the factors of numbers. Today we did prime factorization, but a factor is simply the number you multiply by to get a product. So an example of that would be the number 12. And factors of the number 12 can be 2 times 6, 1 times 12, or 3 times 4. A trick to finding all the factors of a number is doing a factor rainbow. And some of you may already know what this looks like and what it is, but if I was trying to make a factor rainbow for the number 32, I would start with the smallest factor I could think of, which would be the number 1. And I would put it opposite its factor pair, which is 32. Then I would move my way up. 2 is also a factor 32, and its pair is 16. The next factor of 32 that I know is 4, and its pair is 8. Between the numbers 4 and 8 are only 5, 6, and 7. None of those numbers are factors of 32, so I can complete my factor rainbow. See? And I know that I have all the factors of 32 listed there. So now we're going to talk about a common factor. Common factors occur in more than one number. And so it's just when a number that is a factor or it can be a factor of 2 or more numbers. And a good example of that is the number 6 has the factors 1, 6, 2, and 3, while the number 4 has the factors 1, 4, and 2. The numbers 2 are common factors because it occurs in both 6 and 4. So what you would say is 6 and 4 have a common factor of 2. Now I want to talk to you briefly about multiples. Multiples are the product of any two numbers, any two sets of a number other than 0. And an example would be, what are the first 6 multiples of the number 12? What are the first 6 multiples of 12? Well, the first multiple of 12 is 12, and then 24, and then 36, and then 48, and then 60, and then 72. These are the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth multiple of 12. You can find them by multiplying 12 by the place that it's in. So for example, 12 times 4 is 48. So 48 is the fourth multiple of 12. Something important for you to know is that multiples never end, right? I can keep adding multiples of 12 forever and ever and ever. So you might want to add that little note. Multiples never end. You can also have common multiples, just like you can have common factors. So for example, in terms of a common multiple, if I want to know what is the first common multiple between the numbers 4 and 7, I would list the multiples of 4, 8, 12, 16, 24, 28, 32, and then I would list the multiples of 7, 14, 21, 28, 36, right? 35. And then I would find the one that they have in common. And right here is 28 is in common with 28. So the smallest common multiple between 4 and 7 is 28. Just a little memory trick for you to remember the difference between multiples and factors. In multiples, you have many, right? Multiples can never end, so there are many, many multiples. And in factors, you have few. You absolutely only have a set amount of factors that exist for each number. For your proof today, find the factors of 36 and find the first 6 multiples of the number 3.